Welcome to That Didn't Work.
Welcome back to Legend of the Five Rings. We still haven't named this campaign yet, but you can suck it. I'm here with Jason.
Yo.
And who are you playing today, Jason?
I am the actor extraordinaire, Shosuro Junji.
Shosuro Junji. Dude, I am excited about your character. It doesn't help that this is the latest recording of the day. We're currently hitting, 9:45, which for old souls like myself is bedtime usually. So that's to say nothing about the fact that Jason was literally sleeping on the couch moments ago, waiting for his turn to do his origin session. So
he's not wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. But your character gets me excited about Legend of the Five Rings in general. He is going to be a lot of fun to play with.
And I legitimately threatened Percy with this character, and he was like, dude, do it.
Yeah, threat? What's a threat? Rick's already playing a monk. He's already screwed up Legend of the Five Rings. We're good.
I don't know. I threatened you with this or a crane, and you were like...
And then Chris did the crane, so we're fine.
Yeah.
We're good. We got all the crappy bases covered.
No one's playing a lion, which is interesting.
Yeah, I expected Mike to maybe play a lion, but he played a lion in the Topaz Championship, so I figure he probably wants some different, some strange going in on there. So let's go ahead and start with Junji. Let's start with Junji's story. So Scorpion has a lot going on for him. You are a Shosuro, which means that you're an actor by trade and love. And
as a scorpion, I can swim.
Sure. So you're in an acting troupe, and you actually find yourself, of all places, in a little fun place known as Slow Tide Harbor. Slow Tide Harbor is the basically the port city of the Tortoise Clan. The Tortoise act sort of as the liaisons of the minor clans. More than any other minor clan, the Tortoise have a voice in the Empire. They kind of speak for the minor clans as a whole. They have an actual voice in court, all kinds of things. Like they represent the needs, desires, and wants of the minor clans. So you find yourself with your acting troupe in Tortoise territory, deep in the heart of Tortoise, as it were. Sorry.
Clap, 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 clap.
So let's go ahead and make your acting check. Let's do a performance. I'm guessing that fire's a big deal for you, or air.
If it depends, is this going to be a more dramatic flair piece, or is this?
You tell me.
Either way, it's the same check, but
it depends. It's the same check either way. What?
I actually, you know what? I think I'm going to go more with, I'm actually going to try to charm the crowd, wow the crowd. So instead it's going to be water.
Okay, water and performance. Let's roll it. What dice do you have for that?
I have 2 white and 2 black.
Okay, big performer.
Yes.
So this is a target number 2 check, and with an opportunity you'll be able to notice something early.
Excellent. Well, sadly enough, I definitely meet the target number, but I did not get any opportunity.
I think that this would be a good time to talk about some advantages that might come into play here. I think you are recognizable enough with your dangerous allure that you might be able to kind of pinpoint people looking at you in particular. You would be so used to stares by this time that you would notice somebody staring differently. So I'd let you re-roll one of those dice if you wanted to.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm going to be a little bit of a rule stickler here. I have to do that with fire. So
oh, really?
Yep. So that is part of the dangerous allure, is it has to be with a fire check. So
I tried to let you.
I know, and I do appreciate the offer,
Sure.
but I will hold myself to the rules.
Sure, I feel it.
I am a scorpion. I don't cheat.
All right. Out loud.
For those who are on the podcast, I just shrugged my shoulders as hard as I could.
Yeah, which is not. I mean, it's I guess you. All right, that's not gonna make sense. Like the physical humor, it's not gonna hit the podcast very well.
No, it's not.
So,
but I think that's honor points worthy.
So you pass the check. You perform outstandingly.
Oh,
and then
definitely.
You're approached, and it kind of startles you. You didn't really expect to get a message right now. You are currently on mission.
Mm-hmm.
Your mission has been to your goal is to create the distraction for what the Scorpion are really trying to do. Your lord is Bayushi Aramoro. Bayushi Aramoro is the recent failure at the Emerald Championship. Anybody who's following the current Legend of the Five Rings lore would know this already, but basically Aramoro was promised that some trick would be played with the sunlight that would guarantee their victory, and then it didn't wind up happening, and Akodo Totori beat them and actually wound up becoming the Emerald Champion. And I've been bragging on FFG about this for a month now, at least, when I started reading this new lore and heard that there was that drastic of a shift in how it was playing out. I mean, in classic AEG L5R, Totori lost and stayed the Lion Clan champion. And that was it. There are other things that happened after that, but he was not the Emerald Champion. And so it's a big deal to me anyway that Totori is the Emerald Champion right now. That's neither really here nor there. You're on a mission from Bayushi Aramoro, who is your lord, to be the distraction for an assassination attempt that's going to take place. So you're not really expecting to get any new information until after things are done. So when you're approached by one of the wait staff after your act is over, and they say they approach you and they say, "Here is your drink." Honored samurai.
I'm not thirsty.
And at that point, they slip you a note that.
I will
go ahead and make a quick courtesy check.
Okay.
With a target number of 2. This would have been lowered if you had been able to spend that opportunity earlier.
Okay. What ring would that be?
I think probably either air or fire.
I think it's air because
air is probably the most.
Yeah, because I'm trying to be subtle and yeah. If it was, I'm not trying to incite, so. Looking at the way the approaches are read, so
yeah, sure.
This may get interesting quick. You said the target number was 2?
Yeah, what'd you wind up with? Because this is gonna be really funny. If you didn't get it, I'm gonna laugh a lot.
No, I got it, but I'm debating on how I want to get it.
Okay, what do you got?
Well, first of all, I need to re-roll 2 dice.
Por qué?
I have 2 explosive successes.
Well, that's not re-rolling. That's adding a roll in.
Yes, but need to get those 2 dice rolled up, and then I can figure out what I'm taking. That's not much better, but I will take it because I get to re-roll another white dice. And that one's cocked. Judgment.
That's a good die.
Okay. 1 more white dice. I'm going to stick with that because I can and screw all the rest of these dice that had strife on them and take 3 success and an opportunity.
Perfect. So you do answer in proper time, proper fashion. You don't miss a beat. You're just kind of ready for it. And so you accept this message. The opportunity isn't really for anything at this point. If you had strife, you could erase some of it, but I think with air you can always do that. I think actually with air you get to do 2 with an opportunity.
With certain air things I can. So
yeah, so you get a message that says the Scorpion Clan champion has requested an audience with you immediately. They await you at the Inn of Many Paths.
Okay. I will make formal excuses, but I will start a rumor that a important lord with not my internal clan, my Scorpion clan, but someone wants to see me for an interview.
Interesting. So what is that? Is that like a school ability that you're doing, or is there something that you're trying to accomplish with that? Like what are you trying to achieve?
So mechanically, I'm trying to, as part of my character, one of the ways I can gain honor is by starting and substantiating rumors.
Honor or glory?
Honor.
Oh.
It's the way Scorpion builds back honor quickly.
Okay.
It's as long as you're being flashy and using your ceremonial robes and playing the gossip role and doing some of these other things,
okay,
you're creating this distraction over here, look over here, so I can go do this thing over here. And it helps give that plausible deniability, if you will, of the actions.
So do you need to make a check to start that rumor?
I do.
Okay, go for it. What is the check?
It's a social air check. So what I'm going to make it courteous because, again, I'm trying to bow out of this kind of engagement. There's other people around me, so that's what I'm going to do. Is it's going to be courtesy air. Now let's see if I get as explosive as I did last time. I did. So here's how this is going to play out. Oh, I need to re-roll that die though. I need to roll one more black die. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. So I will start a fairly substantial rumor. What was the target number for you?
I don't know. It's your ability.
Well, you set the target.
I set the target number. It would have just been like 1.
Okay. Well, I clearly met it by 2 over, and I had 2 opportunity. So I'm going to pick up 4 more honor because I can double that. So every time I spend the honor, I can pick that up.
So how does that work? Just I don't really quite understand that. I'm not saying that it's not true. I just don't know how it works. So like, is that your school ability?
No, it's part of the I read it in the rules of
So is that kind of the like putting your honor on the line?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't think that that's so immediate as that. Let me hold on to it for now, like hold on to that 4 honor, and before we start the actual like campaign in a couple weeks, I will have a for sure answer for that, and we can retcon it if we need to.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Because I'm familiar-ish with what you're talking about. Like, basically, you're betting your honor in order to do that. More substantially, that's used for, like, glory. You're saying, like, oh, this lord wants to see me. And when you can prove that, you do build it up. Mm-hmm. But I don't know that it's as immediate as, like, I made one roll and it happened and starting the rumors and stuff. But so let me look at it and I'll confirm.
Hey, that's fine.
You're good for now.
We're still mechanically learning
absolutely.
the system. So.
Yeah, we're still very much novices at what's going on here.
Yeah. So let's not worry. Let's not hammer ourselves up to it. But that is one of the mechanics of Scorpion play is legitimately I burn through honor, but I can build it back fairly quickly.
Yeah, you essentially put your honor on the line. Mm-hmm. And the reason that I'm wondering about that is because honor is the interior and glory is the exterior. So you talking about something openly like that would be more glory related. But it's kind of where my head's at. But let me read through it and I'll confirm.
Yeah, we'll look at that.
So as you exit the theater, though, Slowtide Harbor sprawls around you. It's a drug-filled dock city run by the minor clans and set within the Tortoise Clan lands. As you amble through the streets and come up to the inn, a samurai whose mon you do not recognize, wearing a fur cloak over her traveling clothes, bumps into you. Many pardons, Master Scorpion. She bows low, keeping her eyes down from yours to acknowledge your station as a great clan samurai. This is going to focus on the on the Bushido tenets of honor and righteousness versus duty and loyalty, which are kind of the things that are at odds with Scorpion. Scorpion value duty and loyalty. They don't so much value honor and righteousness. This person is from a clan that you don't recognize, but they still share your station. You can tell by their outfit, like they're wearing a dice show, like all kinds of things like that. Like they are clearly samurai.
Is there a possibility to have a chance to recognize it?
Yes, yeah. Let me explain kind of the options that are going to be in front of you.
Perfect. Sorry.
Because this is you're good. This is just kind of a teaching moment within the podcast of like, here's some options that we have going on.
Back away.
Yes. So this person's from a clan that you don't recognize, but they still share your station and shouldn't be required to treat you as higher, but she is treating you as such. So you have 4 options that I've written out for you. You can respond like a please don't bow. You don't have to do that, and you would roll culture for that. And this would highlight the fact that you could give 2 craps less about honor. It's not about station. It's not about any of that. It's about, are you a samurai? Great. I can use you. Another option would be for you to command. So you make a command check. Next time, bow lower. To highlight your could care less about righteousness. You want people to bow before you, and you desire that. 3 would be to size up your opponent.
Well,
so you would make
before you go into 3, just real quick, and because again I'm playing the character here, I just want to know mechanically, will the second option give me glory in any way?
Not necessarily right off the bat, mostly because this is an unrecognized clan.
Okay.
So number 3 would be sizing up the opponent. You would, instead of responding, you would lightly bow and make a sentiment check to kind of monitor them, see kind of how they're approaching the situation, and this would highlight your sense of duty and loyalty to protect your lord, who you're about to go in here and see. Or 4, you would say something along the lines of, friend, forgive me, I don't recognize your clan. You would make a government or culture check to highlight your loyalty to the empire and making sure to monitor a potential threat.
Okay. I will go with option 3 because...
Okay, you want to size them up.
Yep.
Great. That's a very Scorpion way of going about it. But that's kind of like when you're presented with these kind of options in game, I won't necessarily outline all the time what all options are there, but this is definitely a game where you have to think about like, how is what I'm doing and saying interacting with Bushido? How is it going to make my character be like, because like glory can change boom like that.
Well, and
no
that's
questions asked.
And that's why I asked the question about the second option, because I have one of the anxieties is if I didn't take that option, I would immediately take 3 strife.
Right.
So that's why I'm making sure mechanically, no harm, no foul here.
Sure.
But,
yeah. Go ahead and size them up. It'll be a target number 2 sentiment roll. You can choose the ring.
Okay. It will be fire, because I am trying to theorize who they are and what they might be.
Kind of go a little quicker.
Yeah. Geez, I keep hitting these explosives. What would you say to 2 success, 2 strife, and 2 opportunity?
Sounds good to me.
A lot of 2s there.
And you're only keeping like the right amount of dice?
I'm keeping
them up?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So what do you want to use those 2 opportunity on? With fire, they can be extra successes.
It would only be 1 opportunity then. Yes, you're right.
Okay.
Yep.
So with the opportunity with fire, the strife can be extra successes with fire. That's not so important right here. This is kind of a yes or no check.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as the opportunity is concerned, you can essentially give them 2 strife, which is kind of funny. Like they bow to you and you're like, that's right. you bow. And it's almost like your lack of response is a stain to them.
Mm-hmm. So I will.
I think that sounds appropriate.
Yeah, I do too. So I guess I pick up 2 strife, huh?
Yeah, if you're keeping the strife on those dice, yeah.
I have to get the success. So
Okay. Yep. So then you'll pull on 2 strife, and
Mm-hmm.
so you don't recognize the clan. The mon on their vestment is in some strange symbols that you don't really recognize, but you do recognize that the pelt that they're wearing is that of a wolf. And so they kind of bump into you. They bow, and then when they see that you're not responding and you're just kind of eyeballing them, they leave quickly. Once inside the inn of many paths, you see Bayushi Aramoro, your lord, and the Scorpion Clan champion sitting at a table with someone whose once ornate ceremonial clothing leads you to believe that they are the Tortoise Clan champion. Kasuga Taigen is his name.
Okay.
He is a wiry, greasy-looking man whose stutter does not detract from his leadership and charisma. Now, though, the look on his face seems both angry and dejected. Shosuro-san. Shosuro-san. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
All right, Dracula.
Shosuro-sama. It is good to see you. I'm glad I could call you away. This, and he gestures to this is Aramuro talking. This is Kasuga, my friend and ally in the tortoise, who I've just been telling about our predicament. And you think that that's strange because why would he tell the tortoise about what you guys are doing here in his territory? I'm hoping that he can work to smooth things over with the fox for us once you and I leave here. We've got to accelerate things a bit. At that, Kasuga scoffs. I don't understand the meddling of the Empire here. This stuff is totally harmless. Besides, no Kitsune, Gohei will just hire a new smuggler. This is an exercise in futility. Bayushi looks to you. What do you think, Shosuro? Should we allow this merchant to continue smuggling laced tobacco into our empire? Ultimately, this is going to tie into kind of your Giri and is a step in front of the Fox clan pretty directly, which is kind of different for you. It almost maybe feels like a test because it is so out in the open.
Well, I would take a look around the bar and, kind of pay attention to who's in the room and who's paying attention to the conversation. Not dally too long. This is my lord talking to me.
Sure.
It would be at least enough of a cursory glance before giving the appropriate response. And so,
sure.
What do I need to maybe
gauge to gauge the appropriate response would probably be a courtesy check. I could also see like commerce in kind of understanding the inner workings in between the empire.
I'll do courtesy.
Okay.
And
culture would also work, I think.
Yeah, culture could work. But I was more for reading the room first.
Okay.
But before I make the appropriate response, what am I seeing in the room? Does it look like the people are paying attention? And I will go ahead and use my gossip perk that I can pick up to see who maybe is paying the closest. Mechanically, it may not work that way, but who has the juiciest rumor here?
I mean, there's a lot of muttering about Bayushi Aramoro even being here, and kind of any other rumors get muddied up and looked over because of that, because it's so unusual to see the Scorpion Clan champion A, this far away from Scorpion lands, and B, in a seedy place such as this.
Right. So, I guess the only other thing is it without a doubt my lord? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I have to ask
Sure.
I'm doing my job here, so.
Absolutely.
It wouldn't be the first time a GM has said, "No, this is your guy." It's not really the guy. So.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and make that courtesy check.
Okay.
So, here we go. What was the TN on that?
Just a 1.
Just a 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I technically have to re-roll 2 dice. Then I will take. Oh, gee, bus. Okay. I will. No, I won't take the strife. I will take the success and an opportunity with this.
Okay.
So.
And this was to look around the room, kind of get a cursory glance of what's going on here.
No, to provide you.
This is to provide the
appropriate
response. Okay. So. Yeah, I mean, you definitely would not want a smuggler smuggling illegal drugs throughout the empire. That would not be okay or right. And basically, the appropriate response would be like, somebody has to pay for this person to die, and we were hoping you would cover that cost.
Right. So
keep your name clean.
Yeah. My response would be, Lord Bayushi, it is a distinction that we all must face, that those who trade in illicit or tainted goods in the empire must meet their eventual fate. It does not matter what or if they are replaced, or if there's an eventuality, the threat must always be kept neutralized.
Spoken like a crab with the heart of a dragon. This is why I hired you, young Shosuro. You see, we can't just let anybody, fox, tortoise, scorpion, to peddle illegal wares in our empire. We must help the emperor to A, see where these threats arise, and B, to suss them out and extract them like a cancer. We can't just let it roam about. Now, Kasuga, if you would be so kind as to pay Kitsune for us, we would be eternally grateful and, in fact, in your debt, should you need anything from the Scorpion. Kasuga thinks about it for a moment, puffs on his pipe a few times, and says, "Fine, I'll talk to him, but I'm not happy that this is going on here. You could have waited until he left Slow Tide Harbor. We have a hard enough time maintaining our composure as it is. If it's a location that you want, we'll simply dispose of him once he leaves town. Thanks for understanding, Kasuga. Shosuro, I trust you have the rest in your hands."
Yes, my lord.
Here is the writ that permits this. And he hands you a scroll that you know doesn't have a writ on it because that doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
But why would a minor clan know that?
Yeah, well, and he's making a show of it. It's
Mm-hmm.
What's the Tortoise clan champion here?
Kasuga. What did I say his name was?
Are you doing Eastern name for? Are you doing proper naming here? Is it?
Yeah. That's his family name.
Okay.
Kasuga Taigen.
Okay. I will say, and this will be a roll because it will be, my lord Kasuga. I believe the pipe is addling your brain. My lord has said it will be done. It will be done. And I'm saying it in a kind of jokingly offhanded manner to kind of playfully get at him, like, my lord knows what he's doing and you clearly are beneath his level, but in a way that I'm still giving him due deference, but also kind of slighting him just, it's that slight little bit. So I'm trying to recover some strife here because
sure. Yeah. You're trying to do the, which one was it?
Playfulness.
Yeah. Playfulness.
Yep. What's the TN on this?
TN2.
Cool. Wow. I hope my rolls like this happen in session. I really.
The beauty of these dice is that there are no, quote, negative dice.
I'm aware.
All of the strife come with something bountiful.
Can. I'll go ahead and grab my 2 success. And an additional 2 opportunity.
All right, perfect. So the opportunity, what was the ring?
It was make sure I'm doing this right. It's air. So I'm
Air,
again.
yeah, so you can
trick.
You're just bumping strife. Cool.
Yep.
So on the note that Aramoro handed you, it just has a name. This is your new mark.
Okay.
This is an indicator that something has changed about what's going on, and your old mark is now the smoke screen. This is your new target.
Okay.
The name on the sheet is Kasuga Igrin, the clan champion's daughter.
Interesting. Oh, I noticed as soon as you said Kasuga.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, yep. Yerp.
Yep. And so essentially it's got the name and it's got a timing that basically says like you have 28 minutes. After that, it's 28 minutes and then we're assassinating the smuggler as the smoke screen.
Okay.
Because Kasuga is looking for that one.
Mm-hmm. So real quick, what was the original timeline? I know
the original timeline was going to take another few days.
Okay.
To monitor and make a move. So something has happened that is more pressing and urgent.
Right. So I will make a hasty withdrawal and get about it.
All right, cool. So go ahead and roll me to kind of make it through the area in the quickest, most intensive way possible. I would think a survival check.
Doesn't that fall under the realm of skullduggery, though? In this game,
it depends on what. Are you trying to break into like her home to assassinate her, or are you trying to wait until she's in a dark corner?
It would be if I've got 28 minutes. It's breaking into the home and doing.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, skullduggery for sure fits that more.
Fire
skullduggery works for me.
All right.
So you're like, I'll get it done. Bye.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
paying the proper
honorifics. Of course, doing the right honorifics.
Yeah.
Can't miss those.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've already made like a butt ton of courtesy checks. I think we can let those ride for a bit.
Yeah, I think so. We're good.
All right. Skullduggery, whoa.
And this will count for your stealth as well. So it's going to be a target number of 3 total.
Well. Taking strife on the fire ring gives me additional successes, right?
It does indeed.
Oh, thank goodness. Because I needed that. I will go ahead and take the 3 successes, 2 strife, and 2 opportunity.
I'm going to flip one of those dice on you. I am going to proc your advantage of distinguishing a lure as a disadvantage. Because it's hard to get around a town like this when you've been acting and working in a troupe without people noticing you.
All right. So
I'll make you re-roll one of those successes.
Well, I only have the 1 success, so.
I thought you had... Oh, it was 3 successes with the strife.
Correct.
Okay. This could be interesting then.
Yep. Oh, wait a minute. No, I would have failed because I just now remembered. I have to succeed the check to get additional on top of when I take strife. So I wouldn't have...
Why is that true?
That's literally what it says on the fire. It says, if you succeed, +1 bonus successes per strife symbol. If you succeed. I wouldn't have succeeded. At least that's what the character sheet says.
Oh, no, it is what it says. Sure enough.
So I would have failed the skullduggery check, so I wouldn't have successfully broken in anyway.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and roll that dice in because you can get like explosives off of that and stuff like that.
Okie dokie.
Rerolling that success.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll get back to where we were. Try to maintain state here. Just the same result. A success with a strife.
Okay, cool. So you do get into the house, but you didn't go unseen. How many opportunities did you wind up with?
2.
And you can keep all of those?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So your opportunities can be, so you successfully find her place, but you're kind of cutting it to the wire. Here, you've got about 3 minutes to finish this job.
Okay.
And somewhere along the way, you were seen moving through this area of town.
Okay.
That can be easily fixed later on. But you're there.
Yeah.
You got inside. So,
okay.
I'm assuming you move immediately to try to get in and finish the gig.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and make whatever combat check you want to make to do this. If you have a ninjutsu that'll work, go for it.
Well, the question is she nearby me?
Yeah, I mean, you're in the house.
Okay. So I am going to use Deadly Sting.
Okay.
I've got my knife concealed within my... I didn't have time to change, so I'm still in my... and that's why I think the failure on that skullduggery check actually narratively makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Because I am still in my ceremonial robes. I look flashy.
Yeah, you're still an actor.
Yeah, I'm looking flashy as hell. I haven't had a chance to change or do anything. But concealed within it, I have my knife, and the activation is I have to make a TN3 martial arts check. So
martial arts melee.
Martial arts melee.
Okay.
And it will have to be air. So I have to feint. So I mean that's why I'm kind of like distracting with one hand. You don't see the other hand, sort of deal. So
sure.
Oh my. Ah, boy. Yep. All right. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to take my TN3 like that, and I have 4 strife, so I'm at my composure limit. I haven't exceeded it yet, but I'm there. So I'm not unmasked yet, but I'm close.
Well, no, so the way unmasking works is you don't automatically unmask.
Mm-hmm.
You choose when to unmask. So you're at composure limit, which means you cannot after this check, you cannot keep dice with strife on them.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
I'm aware.
Until you either unmask or do like one of the deep breath actions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I will go ahead and do the full action of Deadly Sting because I still can do that. I met the requirements for it.
Yeah, man.
So I have a vial of poison, luckily enough, on me. I am able to...
Yeah, lucky, quote unquote. Like you're not a stupid assassin.
Well, you don't get it at character creation. You have to pick it up as an incidental item.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you are not allowed to have poison without having poison as in your item list. So I'm actually going to go ahead and make that attack with the... so it is successful, and I had an opportunity. So and I succeeded. So the target suffers a critical with severity 2 plus 1 more per opportunity, but I only had the 1 opportunity. So they take a critical hit with severity 2, and they take because it was my knife 3 damage and 2 deadliness. I think double. Do you have the weapon table for me? Just make sure I've got knife right, because I don't think I looked at. Just again, mechanically making sure I got it right.
Which knife is it?
It's just the standard knife.
Is it a... Knife, deadliness of 4.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Two-handed is deadliness plus 2, which I'm assuming you're doing because you're going for like a killing blow.
No, I was doing it because again I have to do Deadly Sting, so I have to kind of I have to feint.
Gotcha.
So I can't.
So 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yes.
Okay. That is not enough to deal any form of death blow.
But I did do two level 2 critical as well with that, and they take poison damage.
Well, severity 2 is going to add to your deadliness.
Okay.
So basically, it goes from 4 to 6, 7, 8 plus the opportunity, or 7 with the opportunity.
Okay.
So that's going to be
and then the poison damage on top of it.
What's the poison damage?
Do you have the poison?
I don't have poison.
Okay.
Does that add to the severity of a critical hit?
It can. I'm just again going off of what Deadly Sting does, so it allows me to incidentally do the. Weapon target suffers PD equal to the deadliness plus the bonus successes. So that's how Deadly Sting works. So
you only had 3 successes, right?
Yeah.
See, poison. What kind of poison?
I'll let you be the judge of that. I just took it up as an incidental. I took 1 vial of poison. So if you want to screw me over, you can screw me over. If you want to be nice, you can be nice. I don't know which one does what. It's been a while since I looked at the book. I had one in mind, but I didn't write it down, so I don't remember what they all do. So that's
we're going to go with noxious poison because it's a one-time use thing.
Okay.
And it was specifically for this assassination. It's going to increase the severity by 10.
Oh, nice.
Of your crit, yeah. It's pretty bonkers. Which means that it's a very near instant death. It's not, you don't quite hit that 16 mark. Actually, no, you do.
Yeah.
They're dead instantly. So, congratulations, you have assassinated the Tortoise Clan champion's daughter. I hope that doesn't come back to bite you in the butt.
Oh, it probably will, knowing you.
It probably definitely will. It's almost like I wrote the story.
Oh, yeah. You know.
So,
but it made sense that I failed the check. I'm just saying the dice properly hit it.
So at this point, Bayushi Aramoro is going to meet you outside of town, kind of nod to you, and you'll nod to him, letting him know that, yes, it's finished. And you guys head back toward the City of Lies. And he is going to, at that point, let you know that he's going to put you on loan for a while to the Ruby champion. The Emerald champion has requested that he send one of his students to him as an Emerald magistrate, and he would like you to test the water to see how sincere Toturi is, knowing that the two of them just fought, and to kind of monitor things on that end of the Empire, because he was hoping he would be able to do that himself, but if the next best thing is to get you in place, then that's what he would like to have happen.
And Bayushi's there as well, so. Kachiko, so.
Sure.
It would be
cool,
good
so,
it would be good to see your daughter again, so.
Yeah, I bet it would. So go ahead and take 6 experience to spend however you would like to, and we will record the first Legend of the Five Rings full-blown session next week. So this is super cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like your character. I think it's gonna thing is gonna be interesting. So yeah, awesome. Good assassination. You won't have that poison very often.
Nope.
I do like some of the other poisons, like each of the other one of them deals 5 fatigue to somebody, the other one deals 5 strife, so it's kind of they're playing a little bit more with the actual like wounding mechanics, which is very interesting. So very cool. All right, well, thanks so much for joining us at Well That Didn't Work. We hope you enjoyed these origin stories. This is the last in the series of 4. If you're watching on YouTube and you're interested, like, where did the other one go, the crane one, Chris was unable to make it to the kind of the recording day, and so his is podcast only because I had to record his separately from everybody else, and I didn't know how to work all the YouTube. Blah, go figure. So if you're interested in hearing that Crane origin story and a little bit about the Kakita duelist and how dueling works in Legend of the Five Rings Fantasy Flight 5th edition, go check that out on our podcast. But other than that, man, keep on adventuring. We'll see you soon.